We're told this text does not speak of a divine king or a divine Messiah. Now, the simple answer to this is that the most natural, grammatical, and logical understanding of the text is that it speaks of a divine king/Messiah.
Dr. Brown begins by citing Isaiah 9:6 as evidence for the Messiah's divinity, as the names given to the child are also names of God, demonstrating that this child must possess a divine nature. There are three main positions on this verse: the opinion of the Ibn Ezra and the Rambam, which is that all these titles are given an application to the individual; the position of Rashi, the Malbim, and the Radak, which is that only the final title is given to the individual; and the opinion of Shadal, who holds that these names are in reference to ideas. Regarding the first position of the Ibn Ezra and the Rambam, we find that many of these godly titles are also found throughout the Bible in application to regular human beings. We find that multiple human warriors, for example, are called Eli Gebarim, the plural form of El Gebar, see Ezekiel 32:21. For those disputing that in this instance it is using the plural, that is correct because it is referring to a group of people. Each singular person would obviously be an El Gebar, concluding that singular people can be called El Gebar. The term Avi, meaning my father, is attributed to the prophet Elijah, see 2 Kings 2:12. As established, merely because something has been granted godly titles or godly names does not necessarily establish it having a divine origin, as Brown claims. In the immediate context, this verse refers to Hezekiah, who served as the king of Judah. In the Midrashic sense, as pointed out by the Targum, this refers to the Messiah. Wonderful counselor, Hezekiah abolished idol worship and established full Torah observance throughout the land. See 2 Kings 18:4 and 2 Chronicles 29-33. Mighty authority, Kel Gebar. The term used for judges and authorities is Kel, see Exodus 21:6. During the prophet Isaiah's time, Hezekiah served as the nation's mightiest and highest authority. Father of perpetuity. It is not uncommon to find those who are honored being attributed the title Father, see 2 Kings 2:12. Father of continuity. Through the prayer of Hezekiah, God heard and ensured that the kingdom of Judah would remain in existence, see 2 Kings 19:20 and 2 Kings 19:32.
When we say ultimately that this is a messianic prophecy, that it does not find its fulfillment in Hezekiah, who fell short of the description, and who did not have a kingdom without end.
Brown then claims that Hezekiah could not have possibly fulfilled this verse, for he did not have a kingdom without end. And this can only apply to a truly infinite king, the King Messiah. Our reply to this is that the expression without end, in Hebrew ein kates, is a mere figure of speech. We find likewise in Isaiah 2:7, and his land was full of silver and gold, and there was no end to his treasures, and his land was full of horses, and there was no end to his chariots. As established, the term ein kates is used to convey the abundant peace in Hezekiah's days. According to the second position held by Rashi, the Malbim, and the Radak, the verse reads, "And his name shall be called by the Wonderful Advisor, Mighty God, Father of Extension, Prince of Peace." For those questioning the non-existence of the words by the within the text, it is the style of the Hebrew language to omit words. This scribal concept is called ellipsis. This is when extra or unnecessary words are left omitted. With reasonable justification, one can implant wording into the text so that the sentence flows clearer. See Isaiah 62 verse 2, "And you shall be called new name." But of course, in reality it means you shall be called by a new name. Likewise, in the case of Rashi, the Malbim, and the Radak, his name shall be called by the Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Father of Extension, Prince of Peace. The opinion of Shadal. We know that many names in the Bible do not function as simple names, but are actually full statements to convey certain ideas and messages. For example, the Hebrew name, Maheh Shalol Hashbaz, found in Isaiah 8:3, meaning swift to plunder, quickly to spoil, was given to a son of Isaiah by God as a sign of the impending destruction of Damascus and Samaria by Assyria. The name, Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, isn't a list of titles for the child. Instead, like Maher-Shalal-Hashbaz, it's one unified statement alluding to what God is going to do through the birth of the child, referring to Hezekiah. The entire point is that wonderful counsel will be performed by the mighty God, God who possesses full power and is the eternal Father, meaning he will not break his covenant with his children Israel, and who will establish peace. God is the Prince of Peace, for he will destroy the tyrants who desire to uproot, destroy, and obliterate Israel.